You've got a fan right behind you.
That's good.
This is Smart Homes.
So we're here in Lake Villa at Harbor Brewing for the RealEV EV event, and I'm here with my new friend Quan, who's got his Bolt EUV here with us. So we're gonna take a quick tale and story and wrap around and do a quick search of the Bolt EUV, but you know, talk about your story. Let's talk about your story. It's great to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, bro. I had bought a Bolt EUV Launch Edition as my first EV to try
Nice.
it out. I have a couple other cars that I drive a lot, mainly SUVs. So I just wanted something to just run around, and I've just simply fallen in love with it. Like, I definitely will be trading and upgrading my SUVs to an electric. I'm hoping to get a Hummer next year.
All
but
right.
let me give you a tour about my Bolt
all
EUV
right.
launching. Sorry, it's really dirty,
Oh,
but
no worries.
it gets lived in.
Hey, that's what a car's supposed to be, lived in.
So
Let's come around. I'm gonna come around on this side.
oh, man.
There we go.
Yes.
All right.
So
Yeah. So this is the Bolt EUV with a sunroof. So this is the top of the line, or there was a RS edition.
So the Red Line Edition
Right,
is really
Red Line.
just a cosmetics package.
Okay.
And that was available in 2023.
Right.
That you can get on any trim almost, as long as it was a Premier, I believe. But that didn't necessarily mean you had like Super Cruise, the sunroof, and the sound system. But if you wanted everything, the Launch Edition gave you all that, plus unique wheels ish.
You've got a fan right behind you.
That's good.
So yeah, so you took delivery of this when?
So this one actually was produced in early 2022.
Okay.
April 2022. But then the battery call happened, so it got stuck on the lot waiting for a new battery. It got the new battery in January 16th-ish, if I remember.
Okay.
And I purchased it on January 23rd of 2023.
Wow,
Because
okay.
that's when they became eligible for the tax credit again. It got the new battery, and I purchased it. I had to drive to Wisconsin to get it. It was actually a gift from my mom. I dropped her off at the airport. Her and my parents were going away for the holidays, so I dropped them off at the airport.
Right.
And I immediately drove up to Wisconsin with a buddy so that we could take this home.
Nice.
And then, you know, when they flew back a couple weeks later, I picked them up. That was a great time, and they were just like blown. And then it's a Super Cruise and everything.
Nice.
They were just like, you know, they were very tired from the flight because they were on the other side of the world, so the time zones. So they were just trying to absorb it all in. Like, wait, you got us a new car, you know? So like, it was but like it's all really been like everyone's been using it. My parents, you know, they were pretty anti-EV at first.
Sure.
You know, they're older.
Right.
But then after, like, I just explained to them, just treat it like your phone. When you get home, just plug it up.
Right.
Don't worry about the numbers. I know where you drive and stuff.
Right.
It'll never be an issue. And after, like, the first winter, they were sold.
Really?
You know, like, especially my mom, who hates stopping to pump gas in the winter.
Yes.
You know, and my dad, you know, me and my dad, we own a home remodeling and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, you know, we've carried literally like 800 pounds of tile in here. We've done lots of things. We can fit 10-foot boards in here. It's pretty insane what you can fit, and the fact that it costs like literally nothing to drive. And no maintenance. I got 51,000 miles on it.
51,000 miles. So wait a minute, you said you took delivery of this in January of 2023. Mm-hmm. It is now, for those that are watching this in the future, it is now late October 2024, almost November. It's right around Halloween, as we have the scary lady sitting behind us, right, of 2024. So you've 51 50,000 miles.
Sorry, 50,088. Sorry.
Oh, how dare you? How dare you? But 50,000 miles. So let's talk about that, right? Like 50,000 miles, how much maintenance have you done?
0. I literally, the only money I put in this was the week after I bought it. I went on Facebook Marketplace and got a set of wheel and brand new Michelin snow tires already on them from a Chevy, what's that, Sonic.
Oh yeah, it's about the same size.
No, it's an inch smaller.
Oh wow.
It's an inch smaller wheel, but it's a little bit thinner wheel, but it handles
snow.
So I mean, I almost want to say it handles better because it's so much lighter. They're super light. It's like noticeably like because the self-sealing tires are really heavy. So like there's like I'd want to say 10 to 12 pound difference between each wheel. So being a smaller, thinner tire kind of made up for being smaller and thinner because it's so light. It handles so well with the snow tire. But that's the only money I've spent on it.
That's
and
incredible.
It was $400 for the whole set. And I road tripped to this to Michigan and Wisconsin, the UP, Iowa, like for so many things. And it's being able to get to like probably within 120, 130 miles and back without having to pay more than like $6 is absolutely game changing. I can't wait to get a Hummer next year. like I can't wait to get a Hummer next year.
GM, you've got a fan. You've got a fan of Quan.
Well, I've been a GM guy for a long time.
Okay.
I've owned GM my entire life. You know, I've owned other brands, but not for my personal use or for other people. You know, I bought non-GMs, but for myself, I've been very happy with my GMs. So, you know, and the Silverado and the Sierra EVs are really amazing, and I really should get those because I tow a camper. But the Hummer is just stupid. It's like
it's America. It's America,
dude,
baby. It's America.
America
baby.
As fuck.
It's
like having a pet elephant. Like it doesn't make any sense, but fuck it.
Let's go, Stampy.
Yeah.
So 50,000 miles. So what are you doing? What have you done in the last 18 months that you've driven?
So, you know, my home renovations, that's really a side thing with me and my dad, but I'm actually a programmer, a systems developer. And I deal with databases mainly. But one of the, you know, I already have a bunch of cars, but like I wanted to try the EV thing.
Sure.
And this fit the bill, especially for the price. So, and then when I tried this, I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna get this, it needs to pay for itself. You know, and I wanted something fun to do. I was kind of bored, I'm not gonna lie. You know, working from home, you just kind of get, you know. But then I was like, well, why don't I just go deliver pizzas? My buddy seems to love doing that on the side, and you know, just do something more physically active. And it's literally been paying for itself and more than paying for itself. And I just literally do like 1, maybe 2 nights a week.
Nice.
So it's just, and that's why I have so many miles. But really, it's the road trips to Michigan and Wisconsin and Iowa.
How have you found public charging, DC fast charging with the Bolt? You know, for those of us that are watching that are EV nerds, you know that the Chevy Bolt is not the most robust DC fast charger that is out there. So.
It is not. It definitely is a slow charger. You're just gonna have to accept that. That's one thing. If it's not for you, then just buy another vehicle. Like a Model 3, great choice. But you know, and I get why some people, you know, just don't like Teslas. They're everywhere. You know, like whether it's politics or it's you know,
or just ubiquity.
Or just like I don't want a Tesla because everyone already else has one. I get that. Like, but that doesn't mean they're not great cars. So, but. For charging, the one good thing about it is that it's very cheap to charge, even public charging. Because the battery is relatively small. For its size, it's a big battery, but it's also not big. So it's even the most expensive charger, full charge, will set me back less than like $23. So for 200 some miles, it's not bad. But that's expensive. The charging infrastructure, I will say, in the last year, has vastly improved. You know,
I agree.
Vastly.
I agree. Here in the Midwest, one of the reasons that this channel exists is to spotlight the challenges of living in the Midwest, especially with EVs, right? And the Midwest has kind of been overlooked. We're kind of we've been flyover country,
even
Lake
for
County
EVs.
here.
It's a big desert,
right?
You know?
And it is slowly but surely getting better. So yeah, so I'm glad to see that you're having those experiences as you're traveling from here.
Last year, I had a route that I would go to Saugatuck, Michigan,
which is in the Upper Peninsula.
You know, that's literally one whole battery to get there and one whole battery to get back almost.
Okay.
And I remember when I first started that, and I hit Battle Creek, and sometimes I'd go to Ann Arbor, and that route there at the time there was only 2 charger stops.
Wow.
And like it just across the border, there was one charger at a concrete plant. And it was just really, really sparse. And sometimes there'd be 3 cars waiting for that one charger.
Wow.
But now it's like we got 6 options, and all of them are fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's getting there. And now that the Tesla charging stations are opened up, but I'm looking forward to road tripping in my next EV next year.
All right.
Just because like the charging network is so much better. I can't wait to see how much better it is next year. So, yeah.
So, all right, 2 final questions for you. The best thing you love about the best feature on your Bolt EUV?
Super Cruise, hands down.
Super Cruise is hands-free, eyes on, driving on mapped highways.
Yes, it's surprisingly lenient. I will give it that. And the leniency has changed with updates too, I've noticed. Like, it used to be a little bit more lenient when you were checking your mirrors, but now it's gotten a little stricter on that. One thing that impressed me off the bat when I first got it was its ability to, like, because I would assume, like, oh, map road, so it means if the road changes or something, it's going to disengage it. But, like, it notices highway cones, like I was telling you earlier. Right. So when it sees highway cones, it'll give you an alert, hey, you've entered a construction zone. And if the construction zone diverts the highway to, like, another part of the highway, or like makes you ride the shoulder, it will still keep working.
That's
it's
amazing.
Shocking.
That's amazing.
Like, as long as there's lines on the ground to tell it where to go, it will still keep doing it.
That's really good.
It's very impressive. Like, out of the probably 12 to 15,000 miles I put on Super Cruise in the last 18 months, I've only had to manually disengage it 1 time I can remember of. Well, actually 2. And another one was a buddy with me. And I don't know if the second time it was it disengaging or me disengaging it. But the first time was, we were doing fast.
Allegedly.
There's a limit on how fast Super Cruisers go, which is, I'm not saying it's incredibly high, but it's shockingly higher than I would have expected a manufacturer to allow. But if you guys know a boat, it's 85. You guys know it.
Right.
So it didn't see traffic far away in time. At least I assumed it didn't.
Right.
Because I slammed on the brakes because I didn't
trust
it.
it.
It was approaching it very hot.
Right.
It didn't make gradual decreasing, knowing that there was stop traffic way ahead.
Right.
That was the only one disengagement that I want to say that I disengaged it. The other time was we were following a semi, and it was hauling a bunch of metal stuff.
Right. Sure.
Like 1/4-inch angle iron, I want to say, but like big beams of it. And one of them fell out, and it was like a cube looking one. And but we were pretty far behind. We were probably at least like 1 or 2 bus lengths behind it.
Right.
And we were in the city, and like this thing, like as it's hitting the ground, you could hear it ding ding. And like my buddy me and my buddy were like, whoa. And like as it's hitting, it's not like bouncing around predictably.
Sure.
And as the car got closer, it the car slowed down and wiggled itself around. Like, I don't know if it was like thinking like there's a weird object coming. Right. And then by that time I've gotten my hands on the wheel, and then it disengaged, but I'm not sure if I disengaged it or it disengaged itself. I'm pretty sure it disengaged itself because it did say take control. So
those were the 2 times.
Those are the only 2 disengagements that I would consider a panic disengagement.
Right.
You know, whereas like any other disengagement would me be like, I want to change lanes.
Sure.
You know, or like, you know, oh, like I missed the exit. You know,
Right.
like that's the only times I can think of, you know, those are the only 2 times where I could say there was a forced engagement because I didn't trust the system or it couldn't handle the situation at hand.
And this is just for anyone that's watching. This is Super Cruise 1.0 on the 22 Bolt EUV, not Super Cruise 2.0.
Yeah, this is the older generation
Super Cruise, which doesn't do automatic lane changing.
Doesn't do automatic lane change. It doesn't do a lot. It does. It only works on divided highways, whereas the second generation will work on a split lane highway.
Sure. Okay.
So and some other things. I don't know all the technical details.
Right.
I only know this Super Cruise system was only in the Bolt and the CT6 or whatever.
Okay.
The Blackwing thing from like 2017.
Right. Okay. Right.
The first Blackwing. That's the only thing I know about it. But it's if this is the first generation, it's good. You know, obviously it's not FSD, and people will debate about that till they're blue. That's not my fight. You know, I enjoy it for what it is.
Right.
It as far as what it's advertised to be, it lives up to what it's advertised to be.
Absolutely.
Like it is. Everyone that I've not used it is thoroughly impressed. Like it's worked in snowstorms, which is, you know, I wouldn't recommend.
Right.
You know, but like if there's no traffic around, like we engaged it, we tried it out, and it, you know, even though there was snow on the ground, it did a fantastic job. It didn't act funny. You know, we didn't trust it, not because we were still on like regular tires at that time, but it was a good experience. I've had a fantastic experience with this car.
So, okay, one last question. What's the worst feature?
The charging, yeah. The charging speed. You know, like, I mean, I guess if I was a bigger person, like I know some of my larger friends don't find the seats super comfortable, which I get. At the end of the day, it is an econo box. You know, the back seats are freaking massive. It gets impressive. I thought about upgrading to a Blazer or something, the Blazer EV or something, but it's more of like, or an Equinox, and it's almost like a side grade almost. And their charging speeds, yeah, they're better, but they're still not great. Sure. So it's like, I'd just say the charging, like this basic ass infotainment system with Android Auto is more than I need. Right. Like it's fantastic. Like
good route planning.
The route planning I don't really use much, and
well, you use your Android Auto.
I also have. Here's also an unpopular take. Some of my other EV buddies disagree with me in this. People overthink the fuck out of this whole charging situation. Okay, like I know my range. I just like. I have ran out of battery on this one.
Oh, okay, nice.
And it was 100% my fault, you know. But I will say, like, dude, just if you're in the summer or if you're in nice weather, put a 30-mile buffer. You'll never have to worry. Right. Okay. Right. You know, wherever you're going, I go to plug share. All right, where's the nearest charger? That's my destination. Right. That's it. That's all you have to do. And you know, like, you know, it's just make sure that it's not like a single shitty charger. Right. You know, like, you know, make sure there's more than one stall.
Do your research.
Yeah. And it's not even that doing that. It's like just plug score 10. Right. Go. Right. And I think genuinely people overthink about it.
But you have, not only have you become a convert, but your parents have become EV converts.
Yeah, like my dad, who was probably the hardest one about it, like not like, you know, he's all about vans. Right. And he's keep bugging me because like he drives this so much. Like once the job site's set up, right, and all the tools are set up and stuff, then we don't need to be driving the van to and from the job site. So it's like he just takes this or we take this, and you know it saves us a ton of money. It's also nice to, like, if it's like a cold job site, to be able to get in like a hot spot and eat your lunch, you know. And so it's just. It's very convenient.
That's awesome.
And he keeps nagging me. He's like, "Hey man, are there like EV vans yet?"
Right. Well, there's the
Zevo.
Well, there's the Ford
E-Transit. It sucks though.
And now Volkswagen has just released the ID Buzz. To American Shore. So my
problem. So my problem with the ID Buzz is that the same price as a Bright Drop Zevo.
Right. Right.
And-
With half the range.
No, it's got 200 and the
Right.
Zevo's got 250.
Right.
But the Zevo, the thing is the Zevo has a 200 kilowatt battery versus
Right.
the, I think, 90 that comes with the...
Yeah, I think it's a 90 kilowatt hour battery.
So you're
that's
getting
coming
twice
with-
the battery pack
Sure.
that can power our job site.
Absolutely.
You know, which is going to power the job site longer, right?
Right.
You know, and that's if the Buzz is even going to have a power out option.
Right.
Okay. And then the fact that you get a dedicated work van, which a roll up door in the
Right.
back that can fit 4x8 sheets through the door.
Right.
I don't know if the Buzz can do that yet because
No.
we don't get the cargo version here in
Right.
the U.S. because of stupid chicken tax.
Right.
And yeah, like I love the Buzz, but I don't see it happening for that price.
Right.
You know, if you're obviously people that are shopping for a Buzz aren't cross shopping a Zevo, but
Well, there is a small cross section of those people, but
Yeah.
but they're not making up the majority of that market. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah.
That's for sure. But hey, Quan, you know what's great is your love for EVs. Obviously, you've done your homework. You jumped in with both feet, and you're swimming and you're telling the tale. I can't wait until next year. Hopefully, you'll come back and show us what you've got with your Hummer. Is it going to be a truck or is it going to be the SUV?
It's gonna be the truck because the
All
SUV
right.
you can't get the big battery in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So-
man. So yeah, when you're ripping down the roads with 9,500 pounds of pure American battery and muscle, please come back and tell us your experiences.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed out. I was hoping to see a Hummer here today.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like, oh, it's all Rivians and Cybertrucks.
Yeah. There's a lot of
the ones I
Cybertrucks
won't
here.
be. But I do
as
love the
you'll see.
Rivians. You know,
Yes.
the Cybertruck I think will be appreciated more when it's like 20 years old.
Sure.
And its body is still good and like
Right.
people are like, man,
It held up.
yeah, like
Right.
you know. But like for me, it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, but they're all great. It's just a great time to be an EV person.
Yes.
for sure.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much, man.
Thank you for doing this.
Of course.
And thanks for coming out and giving me your channel info. So
Of course, absolutely, and we'll see. Is there anything you want to shout out? Do you want to shout out your dad's company or?
no, I do want to shout out my buddy Jordan's
All right.
channel. He's a big EV guy. He's got a Lightning, and he's waiting to upgrade to R1S.
Nice.
You know, me and him talk EVs like almost every day.
All right, Jordan.
Den Hood. Damn, I can't remember the name of his
all right,
channel.
we'll put it in post.
Yeah, it's
There we go.
BMW 99.
BMW 99. We'll put that in there.
Something. If you look for BMW 99, you'll see it.
Nice. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Quan.
Yep. Have a good one, bro.
Have a good one.